Alright, hello everyone, welcome back for Modern Master Chef 8. This is really rough. I've had Yosei played against me, and it is insane. Um, However, taking it means I pass a path, which likely means that the person to my left is going to want to be in white as well. Let me also consider what putting me in white puts me in. I don't really want to play white-blue again. I could play white-black, I could play white-green, Could play white-red, eh. You know what? I might make a very ballsy play here and take something like this Latchkey Fairy, because I really want to play blue-black fairies. I mean, passing up this dragon to do that, though, seems really dumb. I'm going to regret my decision. Here we go. Well, Murderous Redcap is a really good card. The person passing to me took the rare, so I don't really have a signal as to what that means, other than the fact that Murderous Redcap is a very solid card. If I do end up in the blue-black fairies deck, it can be cast for double black. It is a removal spell, which are all pluses for Redcap. Yeah, definitely think that's the direction I'm heading in. Is it potentially wrong? Yes, but I want to play a sweet deck this time. That is not Storm, to be fair. Storm, while a sweet deck, doesn't always work. So I think we're taking this red cap and hoping that that is good enough. That's where we want to be. So many Waras. Here, I think I'm going to take the Echoing Truth. The Reach of Branches is fine. I've never been a large... In Constructed, Spell Snare is can be an amazing card. Like, if you know that you need to beat Tarmogoyf, or Dark Confidants, or, Mana Leaks, or Remands, like, Spell Snare can be very good. But, in a limited format, it's like a dead draw off the top a lot of the time. You can't even necessarily hold mana open to get their 2-drop. I just think Echoing Truth is more where I want to be. Although I could be wrong, and it could just be this Fairy Macabre as just a random flyer, but I think having like a pseudo removal spell is a better position to be in, so that's what I'm going to take. Oh, I nearly forgot. Let's make the viewing more enjoyable for you guys. So this pack just says, hey, get punished. Aether Snipe's alright, but I think do I really gain more by playing the Terramorphic Expanse? I think I really would gain more by playing like a Riftbolt, honestly, than the Terramorphic Expanse, but Terramorphic Expanse feeds better into the Riftbolt. Take Riftbolt or Aether Snipe. I guess I'm going to play conservatively and take the Aether Snipe. I think Terramorphic Expanse or Riftbolt could both be solid picks, but I'm not really convinced either way is, better. Man, did I choose wrong. Jeez. Alright, so I could take a Petals. Could take a Death Denied. Currently looking at a Petals. I don't think Ethereum Sculptor is where I want to be. I could be wrong. It could just be like, hey, surprise, Sword of Fire and Ice or something, but I think we're currently looking at Petals as being the better card. Two Vivids in this pack is a little interesting, but yeah, I guess I'm taking the Petals. I mean, maybe I lied. Maybe I just end up in blue-red again. Because I'm definitely willing to take this Glacial Ray. Taking it over a Fairy Macabre to do that. I don't think I lose that much, though, by passing a Fairy Macabre. And I definitely think the potential upside is that this Glacial Ray could be very good, and I think that's worth going for. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Could be wrong, but I haven't had any amazing picks in black. Red Cap Glacial Ray is very strong. So I think I like... man. It's a very interesting choice between Vivid Lands and Terramorphic Expanse. I think here I'm going to take the Terramorphic Expanse, although Erratic Mutation could also be a very reasonable card. Erratic Mutation is fine, but yeah, let's go with the Terramorphic Expanse. Fairy Mechanist. Have enough reach? Should I be taking like a drag down? I definitely don't think Lotus Bloom is the position I want to be in. Yeah, let's take the drag down. That seems fine. I can splash red or reverse splash the drag down off the mountain. Yep, taking a Fairy Macabre. Just a random flyer. This Ravenscrime is very solid. I don't... Is it better than the Peer Through Depths? You know what, I don't think it is, actually. Because I saw how discarding all my lands ruined me last draft, so I guess we'll have to avoid doing that again. I hate drafting Aurora. How will they ever deal? I never have any problem being short on playables in this format, and I think I'd rather cycle a Relic of Progenitus than cycle a Street Wraith, so let's take that. Late Ethereum Sculptor, who knows? Maybe that'll end up paying off, and I'll play all the relics out deck. Maybe I splash for a Corrosion Grip if that matchup happens. Oh, Siphon Life, what do you know? Suppose that's a card. So now we have to question Foil Slaughter Pact, Demigod of Revenge, and Thundercloud Shaman all in the same pack. I could become a more black deck, and I don't know, I think I've got to take this Demigod. Like, I've seen what work it's done for me in the past. I'm currently not playing a tremendous amount of blue cards as it is anyway. Demigod of Revenge has just worked out so well for me in the past. I'm willing to stick my neck out for it again. I think it's a fine card. It disincentivizes taking too many blue cards, but I think I'm fine with that. Like, that's perfectly reasonable. Slaughter Pact is like okay, and it's probably very good if I had a number of fairies to shrink my opponent's things, so I could kill a guy, shrink another thing, and kill that. But as it currently stands, I think Demigod is just the pick. So. And because I took the Demigod, I'm going to take the Thieving Sprite over the Pestermite, which could be wrong, but this Bound in Silence and this Cargo Ranger are very good too. I mean, it could be, like, Pestermite might be a better card than the Thieving Sprite. Um, but yeah, I am going to end up taking this Thieving Sprite. But currently I'm going to pause the video. I think I might be joined by co-star Brian Hazard. Give me just a moment, everybody, which will look like nothing. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back. I am joined by Brian, and I apologize. A pick has elapsed in between. I had 4 seconds left on the clock, so I just kind of snap picked a Thieving Sprite, so I'm now up to 2. And I think the clear pick here... Oh, no, it's not the Vivid Creek, I lied. No, it's probably the Vivid Creek. I didn't put a tremendous amount of thought into it, because I looked at the Absorbus and said that also land cycles, but the Vivid Creek seems fine there. But I started off trying to force fairies. I actually opened a Yosei. Yosei and Path was my first pack, and I passed them both to take a Latchkey Fairy to force Blueback Fairies, and then second pack I opened a Demigod. So we're gonna play very black fairies. So the question is, what do I do with this pack? I think it might be Auntie's Snitch. That could be wrong, because I'm not sure that I'm aggressive enough. I was considering splashing a Glacial Ray before. I don't know how viable that is now.
I'd probably just go the Auntie's Snitch. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay.
This pack. So I'm considering the Aether Snipe or the Deep Cavern Imp. I don't really like Street Wraith very much. It's probably a fine card, but it's like not amazing. And I've like never really main decked a Perilous Research. Like it's okay, but I don't know. Deep Cavern Imp is gonna be easier on the blue mana considerations. I already have an Aether Snipe. Yeah, I think I'm talking myself into the Deep Cavern Imp.
That's fine.
Ethereum Sculptor was bad. Wrathy Trapper?
Yeah.
Seems like an easy pick. I've never cast Mind Funeral in this format. I don't know. Like, pretty sure you have to be going pretty deep on the Dampen Thoughts plan to consider a Mind Funeral in your main deck.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, if a deck does play 17 lands, or like, even if you're playing like a hyper-aggressive deck that plays 16 lands, like, that's 40% of their deck. Or like, say, you mill a quarter of their lands in their deck. You're looking at about, on average, 10 cards. Because, like, 4 lands is 40% of your deck, like, one quarter of your deck is 10 cards. Like, I don't know, that seems okay, but I'm not, like, super impressed with it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So, I could take an Absorbus, a Dismisser, or a Stinkweed Imp here. I've kind of got a glut of 3s.
I like the Dismisser.
I don't know, I'm trying to consider, like, how low I want to keep my curve, along with the fact that Dismisser is, like, in original Ravnica, Dismisser was insane, but, like, it's just not anymore. Actually, wait, crap. I think I took a, I don't know what I took there. I thought I took a Moth-Dust Changeling, but I ended up taking an Absorbus. Ooh, alright, sweet. This was my first pack. My first pack had a foil Slaughter Pact in it, along with the Demigod, and I got the Slaughter Pact back, so that's sweet. We're definitely taking that. As sweet as Blightspeaker is, and apparently no one as in Rebels, but like I really like the idea of having the Black Fairy that shrinks your opponent's guys and having a Slaughter Pact, so I can just like play it and for free shrink something. That just feels like a blowout to me.
Yeah, that was a lot nice. Um,
Death Knight is really sweet in the right deck. I'm not sure that this is that deck. Um, I could attempt to hate a card. Maybe I don't want to see a veteran armor. Sure, that's the card I don't want to play against. Oh, Storm is so open. What was I doing?
Look at this pack.
But realistically, Empty the Cheons is the best card.
Yeah.
Like, my opponents can cast infinite grape shots against me, and I'm essentially fine unless they have the Pyromancer Swath. But, like, Empty the Warrens is actually a good card in this format. Oh, Foil Fairy Macabre?
Yeah,
Let's do it. I passed, like, a lot of Fairy Macabres, because I'm not, like, it is a 2/2 flyer, like, it's a Windrake, and I suppose with how black this deck is looking, like, I will very easily be able to cast it. And, like, Windrakes are fine, but, I don't know, I wasn't super excited to pick them early. Ugh, value? Should have forced Storm. I think that's just rule number 1, is always force Storm. No, I'm kidding. Don't listen to Travis Wu.
Yes.
Do not listen to Travis Wu. That is not how magic works. So I could take the... I might take the Street Wraith as the board card. Just board it in against someone with a bunch of swamps. Because, come on, Rift Elemental? Oh, Drakmore Salvage. In the right colors, clearly. Really want to make your land drop? Dredge or Drakmore Salvage. I don't know what they were thinking. So, I immediately looked at the Riftwing Cloudscape. Because my eyes naturally tend to go from rares to uncommons to commons. But this pack has a Bone Splitter.
Yeah.
And Riftwing Cloudscape is a sweet card. Like, I had it bounce a land against me earlier today. And, like, in general, I do love the crap out of bouncing people's lands. But I want this deck to not have that much blue in it, if possible, because I want to cast this Demigod, like, super consistently.
Yep. Yeah, we have a lot of 2 black things.
Yeah, like, we might be nearly mono black, like, maybe with, like, a blue splash or a red splash, I'm not sure yet. Because I was more open to splash before I had the Demigod, because of the Terramorphic Expanse. And, like, the Pepper Smoke, maybe, like, the Logic Knot is not where I want to be in this deck. But, like, the Pepper Smoke, maybe the Face Falter. Like, obviously, I already mentioned the Cloudskate as being a sweet value card, but I feel like putting a Bone Splitter on a Thieving Sprite is, as they say, a big game. So, this Warren Pilferers probably will treat me right.
Yeah.
Man, Manamorphose, the Storm deck, woohoo! But, yeah. I mean, if we were really desperate, I could pick a Paradise Mantle to help me cast Demigod, or... I don't know, if I was really worried about flooding, Raven's Crime is, I guess, a card, but... Like, I think I'm gonna get more value out of casting a Pilferers on 5 than a Dismisser on 6.
No, I agree. Our splash won't be that hard.
Let's turn you up a bit. I mean, the Spell Bomb is a considerable card. There are times when I'm like, it's a Spell Bomb, and then there are times where I have an Auriok Salvager, and I'm like, I want all the Spell Bombs. Oh, I will take Infinite Thieving Sprites. As good or bad as Latchkey Fairy might be, I will take Infinite Thieving Sprites. But yeah, so, if you watch the drafts in order, MMA Draft number 7, you're going to watch round 1, and my opponent had Maloku all 3 games.
Really?
Really. I beat it game 2, because it came down much later. But game three, we both had less than 5 minutes on the clock, and he got me to -3 because
Wow.
he just made like 6 flyers with Moloku. I was like, well, there's no justice. I sided in a plains and um, I was playing like blue green. I had forgot to put in my Vivid Land, which isn't necessarily the worst thing ever because I was playing 2 Imperiosaurs. But particularly for that game, I put in my Vivid and a plains along with my Kadama's Reach to cast Path. And the second game, I had to path his Auriok Salvagers because he was going to too much work with his darn Spell Bomb. I couldn't get a Tromp earlier too. It was the saddest thing ever. So the question here is drag down or take possession. I want it to be take possession so bad, but it just never is in this format. I don't know why.
A drag down would be that great though.
I mean that's true. I mean I can play one mountain because that won't make it like that won't hurt my demigod plan at all. If I want to splash the Glacial Ray and make the drag downs that I have better, because this would be the second drag down. Because like
Yeah, no, that's fine.
realistically, I need like very few blue cards,
Yeah.
and like casting take possession as double blue would be like reasonably hard. I actually think I like drag down better than tribal flames.
Yeah.
It's probably better than the second pilferers. Having 3 drag downs like that, like solidly in my opinion, commits me to having like some number of islands and some number of mountains. Probably like one mountain or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Oh man, someone could have the Swath deck. Alright, but let's ask real questions about what we're taking here. I just hit an Echoing Truth. Um, it could be an erratic mutation, because our curve is reasonably high.
Yeah, it is.
That, however, isn't our splash color. I could take a Raven's Prime. That's kind of just a safe pick. We don't have really any way of generating extra lands. I could just hate the Pyromancer Swath, but I don't think that's actually a thing.
Nah, I'm really not worried about that.
I guess I'm just taking the erratic mutation. To note, that is the only Dampen Thought we've seen thus far. Although
Really?
this Loam is sweet. Someone should be playing a sweet Loam deck. Not me, but someone.
Yeah, it's not you.
It is too late for that now. I think here I take the second Pilferers. I prefer it to the Street Wraith. Definitely prefer it to the Do Nothing Dampen Thought.
Yeah.
Oh, Executioner's Capital is a sweet late pickup.
Yep.
I don't know exactly how that came that late, but I will not complain. Esperzoa's creature type being Jellyfish is awesome. Although, seeing these cards, man, I just want to play this deck every time. I'm pretty sure I hit a Wara. Like, I've seen Wara, Dragonstorm, and Pyromancer Swath. Like, why didn't I just Force Storm? I will never open any of these cards in conjunction ever again. We'll just take the removal spell. Be good drafters.
Aww.
Alright,
Oh,
so
here comes our pack again.
Pepper Smoke is... eh. I don't know. Do I have enough fairies to make it at all reasonable? 1, 2, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't know if we'll definitely be main decking it, but it's certainly a castable card.
It beats a Mirror Enforcer.
Yeah. Oh, Manamorphose doing it.
Still there.
Jeez. So, I don't know if I should hate the Stink Drinker Daredevil or the Frogmite. I think the Daredevil is more important to the Insane Giant starts than the Frogmite is to the Insane Affinity starts. And our drag downs are better positioned against the Affinity deck than the Giants deck.
That's true.
Oh, Partic Dragon, why? We could have the sweetest deck. Oh, I never even considered this. Narcomoeba is a hedge against the Dampethon's deck. You can just side in Narcomoeba and be like, thanks for the free creature.
Yeah, you lose now. 1-1 fire.
That's all I needed. Get in there. Alright, so I would have to Shrapnel Blast away a Bone Splitter. That seems weak.
Yep.
Maybe now I'll just take the Arcbound Worker to take that card out of the Affinity player's deck. I have no idea. Just making this up as I go along. I'd love to cast Logic Knots, but not when that takes away from me casting a Demigod.
Yeah, that's very unlikely.
Alright. You will always whiff, so you're a 2-2 for 4 splashed. I hate playing 2-2s for 4 that cost colorless mana in DGR draft, so that's probably not it. Oh! What is this? There is no justice. What? No! Oh, I could have built such sweet decks.
Well, you got it at least.
That's true, that's true. I'll splash green. We got it.
That was the fun part.
Alright, Serpane, Slaughter Pact, Executioner's Capsule, maybe a Pepper Smoke, that's cuttable. Nope, wait, get out of there, Siphon Life, you're rubbish. Sure, sure. Absorb Viz, maybe. Red Cap, sure. Demigod, sure. Probably splicing that. Great. Slashing that Glacial Ray. Alright, so. No worries. Erratic Mutation might be a card. Aether Snipe might be a card. Thing is, like, I don't want to, like, when you are playing a deck that splashes, Petals of Insight is the kind of card you want, because it digs deeper to get into your splash color. If you're like, man, I really wish I could just cast this red spell, play Petals of Insight and draw a bunch of cards. But when I'm the black deck splashing blue, and I have the Petals of Insight on my hand, but no island, I'm just going to be like, well, this is awkward. So I'm not super excited about having that.
Alright, thank you for that. We are so 3 heavy.
Yes. Yes, I am. Well, if we play an Absorb this, that's a 2, realistically. And if we play a Glacial Ray, that can be a 2 if we need it.
At least the Absorb lets us help with our splash color.
Yeah. So let's see.
Bone Splitter?
Oh yeah, what am I doing? Get in there. What am I doing? Alright, so these are all non-creature spells. Well, there are no creatures for me to move them away from. Non-creature spells. My deck only has 12 creatures, so that's a little on the low side, but not horrible.
Yeah.
That's definitely doable. Alright, so if I put in an Erratic Mutation and an Aether Snipe, that's 23 spells. I have a Terramorphic Expanse and a Vivid Creek to help me cast these said spells. I have all the 3-drops ever. And what is Magic Online Seekers for lands? 4 mountains, you say? Oh, it's the Red Cap and the Demigod that are throwing your math. I was like, what? That seems wrong.
Do you want to do 2
I think I only need one mountain. I have a Terramorphic Expanse and a Vivid Creek.
It's true.
And the mountain only casts Glacial Ray, so like it's very much a Mize. Three islands is even kind of a bit much. Because we already have a Vivid Creek.
Vivid Creek. $211. Because we don't really get. Either Snipe Wheel is a long game. Well, no, as an Evo, the Evo costs 2 blue, right?
Yeah, the Evo costs double blue. It can be cast as a late game spell. The Vivid Creek naturally produces blue. We want our Terramorphic to fetch the mountain more often, I think. Because we can never get punished for fetching the mountain. It'll always help us cast Demigod and Redcap.
Yeah.
Whereas you fetching an island with it reduces our chances to fetch a mountain. So like,
3 is good for Island.
I mean, so that'll only put us up to. That's only 14 lands. So do I play an 11?
One more swamp, yeah.
I think that's fine. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no, I put it back to
Yeah.
suggest. Dang it. Go away, Magic Online. Alright.
I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Maybe I just play that value Dakmor salvage. Spicy. Alright, I want 2 more islands, another swamp.
We have ourselves a deck.
Not necessarily a very good one, but a deck.
Yes.
I'd very much like to go 2-1, because then I have enough cube tickets for one more draft. I don't really want to invest another 6 tickets.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Alright, but I'm going to say submit, and then I will see you guys all in round 1.